Da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Alright, what is up, guys? I am going to be looking at to Rise of the Tomb Raider, see how they perform with both of these cards. I have the luxury right now to actually have two cards and actually try SLI for the first time in my life. These are the GTX 970 Super Clocked from EVGA. And today we're going to be looking at Rise of the Tomb Raider. But this one is mine. This one's the Army Return, and this is the one that has to go back. It's kind of faulty. I have to put the fans at 100%. This is why in the video you'll see the temperature being very, very low. They hover around 75 degrees on these cards. So 50, it's just not gonna happen, brother. It's just not gonna happen unless you go and buy the water cool version. Then it's gonna happen for you. All right, so as you guys can see on the screen, I got some things on the screen here. I got the CPU thing happening. You're showing all the CPU cores, all 4 cores in the Core i7-4790K. I had that processor overclocked, obviously to 4.7, to alleviate any kind of restraints that might happen. So I want to make sure I pump the system up as far and as hard as it can go so that, you know, I can get the best numbers from these graphics cards. Then you can also see Tech Power Up there with everything being displayed about the graphics card, the information, the fan speeds, the core, what frequency is running at, the memory, the amount of video RAM being used. This is about everything that you can see on there, basically, which you might want to know. But you won't probably want to pay attention to, you know, some of the stuff like the frequency of the core and maybe the utilization of the RAM, because that is, well, it shocked the hell out of me. Let's just go ahead and say that right now. It definitely did shock me a little bit. So in the game, as you can definitely see, it is using up all 4 gigabytes. This is just one card, of course. This is with SLI disabled. It is using up all 4 gigabytes of the 3.5 gigabytes. Okay, well, it is 4, but the last 512 partition is slower. So I guess they optimize it in a way where things that are not that doesn't need very fast speeds could be allocated into that and fit there and be just perfectly fine. That's not bad, huh? That's not bad. So everything is definitely maxed out in the game. Everything, 1080p, everything all the way up. If you do select a very high preset, it doesn't turn everything all the way up. You can definitely still do that. So I had pure hair works, everything pure works basically, or here, wait, pure hair? I had that turned all the way up, and that doesn't really make that much of a difference. If you go from very high all the way to off, definitely you'll get up a couple FPS difference, but everything is going to, when you start switching certain things down, your frames per second will increase. But we definitely got, with one of these cards, we got an average of 59.1 frames per second and 39 minimum with 104 max. It's definitely not that bad-ish, kind of. It does definitely drop down to the 40s. So if you do want to actually run this at 60 FPS, and most people, that's kind of what you want, you know, you build a high-end gaming rig, you want to run at 60 FPS, basically. I mean, I do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're fine with 30, maybe you're fine with 45. Maybe that's fine for you. It used to be, for me back in the day, I used to be able to do 45 frames a second. That was okay. I had no issues with that. But if you definitely do want 60 FPS, I would definitely recommend you turning some of the settings down, obviously. Just turn some of them down. One of the things to really look at is the shadows. Turn that down to maybe high. And also HBAO plus, turn that a little bit down. And that will give you anywhere between 5 to about 10. Anywhere between 5 or 10 frames per second improvement. So those are the things you definitely want to look into. And maybe, you know, some other things. That's the beauty of PC gaming. You can turn certain things down. You have the power and you have the right to say what is important to you and what's not. For everyone, it's different. Some people want everything on. They can't have everything on. You get the option to choose to turn certain things off. With 2 of these cards right here together in SLI. Now, the first thing I definitely want to tell you guys is that I definitely had some issues running SLI the first time around. And one of the cards wasn't being utilized. And so I thought it was probably broken, because I definitely saw some other YouTubers complaining about it, that SLI wasn't working properly, and you know, you need to fix it and all that stuff. But I fixed it, I guess. Definitely did that. What I did was, I had to uninstall the driver, download the DUU, I believe it's called, I forgot the name of it. It's the display driver uninstaller. It says DDU, not DUU. It's DDU. Display driver uninstaller. DU. All right, let's move on though. With two of these cards, I got 80 frames per second average, 47 minimum, and 139 max. So, conclusion, games definitely do perform very well. On both of these cards, it definitely used up all 4 gigabytes of it. All right, so but definitely, if you guys have one of these cards, you're thinking maybe, hey, maybe I should go with SLI. I'm gonna urge you to just get a 680 Ti, sell this through the cost. It's basically gonna be almost the same price, depending on where you go to save or wherever the case is. Thank you guys for coming out and watching my video. I definitely appreciate you guys coming out. So go ahead and, you know, click stuff on the page, whatever you want to click. I'm not gonna look, I swear to God. I am not looking at what you're gonna be clicking. So, you wanna... Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.